Next interview, for the first time we've got a German label here from Berlin called Noé Zoe. And I've got Nicole here. She's the CEO of this company, which is a rather young company compared to the other companies that we've seen yesterday. So when did you launch your company?
The company was founded in 2009, but we only launched in 2011 with the first collection.
Yes.
So it's quite young, but we already have a little bit of experience.
So,
a few seasons already.
Yeah.
We had the 10th anniversary of the collection this summer.
Yes.
So it's young, but not that young.
So the coming summer collection is the 10th?
No, the one that we had launched now, summer 17, was the 10th.
Okay,
so
I see.
Now we're presenting the 12th collection already.
Okay, well, that's quite impressive.
Yes.
Already. Looking at your company and the designs you've chosen, the focus you've chosen, what made you launch your label? What was the main idea? There must have been certain experiences that really pushed you to go this way, because it's risky. It's setting up an operation, etc. in this industry is not easy.
That's true. I actually graduated in fashion design.
Yes.
But I wasn't really drawn to fashion at that time too much, or to the industry. And I then started to work in film.
Yes,
so I'm really costume designer.
Okay.
And I have 4 kids, and my second child was born in 2005. And after that, I started making clothes and little toys, accessories for my kids. And
how did you manage? How did you manage time-wise, I wonder?
My husband is really, really helpful with everything, and we share the workload very, very much. And he's always supported me. And I think we have a very typical story behind the brand. I started making small toys or clothes. Friends liked it and asked, "Can you make it for me too?" And out of that, the idea developed to maybe create a brand. And I had, from the first idea starting the brand to actually starting the brand, I had 3 more kids in the meantime. So everything was always a bit delayed, and that's why we only launched the first collection in 2011, because my last child was born in 2010.
Okay.
And I had visited Playtime Paris and really liked the show. So the idea was to make a small collection, go to Playtime Paris and see what will happen, if it will take us somewhere. And it was a great experience for us.
You set up the company in Berlin, so you're still based in Berlin.
Yes.
Did you, at the beginning, define for yourself, together with your team or partners, certain milestones which you really wanted to achieve in the first year or 2 years or 3 years? How did you go about establishing your label?
Actually, we were a bit blind. I started the company with a partner. She has now left the company for 3 or 4 years already. And we didn't really have any milestones. We were quite naive and blind, and I think in a way that really helped us, because we didn't have too high goals that we couldn't achieve, and we just kind of went with it and thought, okay, we'll throw everything in, go to Paris and see if anything comes out of it. And we had, for us, a really big success. We were actually placed in the wrong area in the playtime. We were in the decor area because we had a lot of dress up things, bedding, homeware, so they thought they would better place us there. But for us, it was an amazing experience, because the first client we had in the booth in the first day, right in the morning, was a client from South Korea, and she placed an order right away with us. And so that fair was really, really successful for us. So we decided to continue and go on, but
Playtime,
we had no plan.
Okay, but obviously you knew about Playtime, and so you went there. You had your a range of products with you. What is your USP? So what did you at the time think you would want to make in a different way, product-wise and design-wise, production-wise as well?
For us, the most important thing was to do the things we like, and we felt that we feel necessary to have for kids, or that we enjoy for our own kids. And what made us stand out was that we used only hand-drawn prints. Everything was made, all the designs are drawn by hand, and we used very strong colors. And at that time, I don't think anybody used neon pink in the industry, so that was really standing out. And we only had 3 colors that we still have in our range today.
Okay.
It's black, blue, and neon pink. And this is now our never out of stock program. And the print that we use then, we have a star print, that's our classic. That it's a signature print that we still do today. And at that time, I think the thing that made us really stand out was that everything was on an off-white base. And a lot of people in the beginning were a bit reluctant and asked us why, babies with the off-white, we think it's a bit difficult, and the neon, but at the same time, a lot of people were really attracted to it because it really stood out and it's very different to what was established in the market. And I still think that's what makes us stand out today.
It's quite impressive to see your global distribution network. So, therefore I actually asked the question about milestones or whether there was a certain plan. I knew about Korea, but I didn't know about the reason why Korea developed so nicely. But you have quite a massive presence in the UK, proportionately even higher than in the States. How did you manage that? Because that's really quite a feat, isn't it?
Yes, we have an agent working for us in the UK. It's Vida Kids Agency, and I think they're just doing an amazing job.
And how did you meet the agent?
They approached us.
Okay.
They found
at a trade fair?
Yes, at Playtime Paris. Also, so
okay.
Paris.
At your first?
No, we've only been working with them for the past 3 years.
Okay,
but
good.
Ever since it's been really increasing, and we also work with their PR agency, and they're really promoting as well there.
And they look after the United States as well, or do you have a different setup there?
No, for the States we only go to Playtime New York, and that's how we developed our business there.
Okay.
It was the second show we did after Paris. Second season, we decided right away we want to go to the US, give it a try, as we do a lot. I always try and push and see what comes from trying. It's trial and error, but it's worked really well for us.
There are different children's fashion trade fairs in New York. Obviously Playtime, there's a children's club, etc. Was there a conscious decision to go to Playtime, or did you have a look at the other trade fairs?
No, it was very conscious for us because we feel very well represented at Playtime Paris. So the concept being brought to New York totally made sense for us. They get very good buyers there that really understand our collection, where we feel that we get the right clients to buy our collections.
You just mentioned never out of stock.
Yes.
Which is, again, quite an undertaking, isn't it?
Yes.
You are looking after design, you're the creative director yourself.
Yes.
Do you look after production as well, or how do you manage?
Yes,
because never out of stock is it's quite a challenge for any company, especially if you've not that long in the market.
No, it's true, but we felt that people always wanted the star print, and I wanted to develop more designs, so it kind of felt natural to do a never out of stock. And I do also the production with an agency in Portugal, because everything is produced in Portugal. And I go there and I do the designs there. We do all the production talking and supervising, and they oversee it for me, but I'm still the one who has to juggle everything.
Yes. Never out of stock carries the risk that you are either running out or that you've got too much.
That's true.
And you don't have a long history to base your calculations on. So how do you do it?
What we do is we work with small suppliers, and they are helping us a lot. It's a very mutual relationship. We help each other and we grow together. and I can ask for smaller quantities a lot of the times. That's what's helping us in that situation. But we see that the development, especially in the never out of stock, is really good because we have a lot of clients reordering. It's always difficult to handle still, but we're getting there. So we're keeping fabric in stock and we can reproduce smaller amounts, but it's definitely difficult.
It's you are selling online as well. I think your products are on Zalando in Germany. I don't know about the international online presence. Talking briefly about Zalando in Germany, how is that working? Again, it's never out of stock. With regard to online sales, is quite something. Since when do you work with Zalando, and how have your experiences been? How has it changed your business model? What's your...
This is actually the first season, summer 17, that we're working with Zalando, and it's starting slow, and it's a new experience for us. It's very difficult because it's a big global player, or at least European player, and of course we have to adjust to their rules, and that makes it a bit more difficult because they have very strict guidelines on how the sales have to be. The period of the sales is quite short for us. But on the other hand, the buyers are really trying to work with us, and they realize we're a smaller brand. We can't give them the same conditions as bigger brands, and they're trying to help us develop as well. So it's a mutual thing. It's not only one-sided, and I actually see it as an opportunity to develop a little bit more, to make the brand more known to a different group of clients that might not find us otherwise. But it's a difficult model for us still to manage as a small brand, obviously. But
yes, but it's a new step. It's obviously a distribution channel which needs to be exploited. Do you do something similar, let's say in the UK or in the States, that you cooperate there with local, online or e-commerce players, or with bigger retail players?
Not really. We are working with Alex and Alexa, which I think can be compared as quite big, but on a bit higher price level. And that's working really well for us. We're really happy with that collaboration. But the conditions are better there for us. But there's nothing really similar, and especially not in the US. In the US we have more smaller retailers, online boutiques, concept stores.
So if you were to advise another smaller label or someone who thinks about setting up a fashion company, would you say, the way we took to first get the thing established, collect some experiences, and only then approach a big online retailer, is that, the right way to go from your perspective, or with hindsight, would you do things slightly differently?
I think I would do it the same. Sometimes I wish I would have known a few more things before starting out. But on the other hand, I think following our line and always keeping on the same path actually made people come to us rather than us having to try to get the big players. Because Zalando actually approached us and we didn't approach them, which I think is really a big compliment for us as a small brand.
Yes.
And we are always trying to be authentic and do what we feel is the right way. And I think that's really, for me, the main advice I can give to any brand. Not to try and please everybody and do what everybody else is doing, but really follow your own way and be who you are and do what you like. Because people will actually understand and feel that this is your personality and it's not just a copy of something else.
You've got 1 minute left.
Okay.
From online back to retail or stationary retail, you have your own shop in Berlin.
Yes.
Is that there obviously to sell your goods, but is it at the same time quite useful to be in touch with the consumer, have speak to the consumer, find out what they like, what they dislike? How do you use the retail presence?
For us, it's really to show the clients our little universe. It's a very special place, and it's in the backyard, so it's not very visible. And people actually have to ring the bell to come and see us. So it's a very secret place, which is really nice because we can actually invite people to come and see our brand and understand what is important to us. And at the same time, we obviously use it to get feedback from the clients, what is important to them, what we might need to change, and we always try to work with all the feedback that we get from B2B to B2C. It's always implemented in the collections too.
Very interesting, a new retail concept, keep your doors locked, don't be visible.
Yes, but we have a lot of people coming in, and I think it makes it very special. It's like a little secret.
But you have a big sign, or
no? We have a small sign on the house, just about this size, and then we put up a sign. But people find us, and we have a lot of people actually coming from the US or from abroad and telling us, I was told I have to come and shop for my daughter or for my friend. And I think we could make more money if we were right by the street, but it's a special experience, and I think people really appreciate that. When they come, they know it's exclusive in a way. So that's new. It's maybe a new concept, I don't know.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, let's conclude on this very interesting point. Thank you so much for your time. Highly enjoyable. Wish you all the best and have a good trade fair.
Thank you very much.